Like for general purposes, like if you draw like the mounds, like of like the labia for like for example, or like the bumps for like the crotch or anything, like that's a no go. No. And some other stuff is like very like, because I know this is like cutting it close too. You're not allowed to, for sure. It's subjective, better be safe, yeah. It's suggestive in the way that it shouldn't be like the main focus. Or like the wholly main focus. Even though there's like other really awesome artists who also stream, who just like go full on. And I'm surprised like they're not like flagged for it. So it's like, but for me, I'm just like, I'm really cautious. Despite like I will go all out, I'm pretty much respecting like the rules. I just want to make sure, like I don't like go over the border. Yeah, they are risking it. Sometimes they don't even give a damn. They don't give a damn. Like Sorue. I can't. Sorue, who also follows me on Twitter. She doesn't really give a damn. Sometimes the chat would have only just like one person in heat, and then the other people are just like chatting amongst themselves. But her art is like straight up like, okay, how? Though she does censor it, but she still gets flagged for it though. There's certain cases she gets flagged a lot, and then she has to get like a temporary ban, and then I don't really like that. And what's like really like, yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, do you do suggested stuff on Picarto? I go straight out. Like if I want to do like what I draw like on Twitter, that's the stuff I would go draw on Picarto. Yeah, if I feel like streaming, that's for sure. Because most of the time I don't feel like streaming. I just like, I want to be like in the voice chat with my friends and see what they're up to. I'm gonna make voters now. Have a good stream and take care. Alright, we'll have a good one. Okay. Everyone has their risk tolerance. Yeah, I have a risk tolerance for yeah. We're kind of at least we kind of think for ourselves too, right? Especially if we're just an NSFW artist. Like you would expect like, oh, like they can't contain themselves. No, we know how to, because that's our art should be like at least like 30% of like who we are. So yeah, I just want to be careful when I stream. How long are you been working on Twitch and Twitter and your whole branding lore? I haven't even worked on Twitch longer than ever. I'm only like on majority of it was on Picarto. I moved over to Twitch because there were streamer friends that I know who have sought me out. Was like, hey, you should stream on Twitch. Like, okay, and here I am. Only certain content will not be shown for sure. Because I know it's gonna be really bad, yeah. But I only have been working for, like, drawing on Twitch for about, like, I guess, like, on and off a few months. For, like, about 2 years, I guess. Yeah? I'd say about 2 years. But, like, I rarely stream, though. So... And your whole branding lore. Okay. How long you've been working on Twitch? My lore of like making my characters though? I want to say about 4 to 5 years. And it's still ongoing. I'm only like solidifying just like one character. And I still don't feel like I have finished with my characters still. There's still much more to go. But I'm very loyal with my OCs. And by loyal, if I have like a certain OC, if I wanted like a different character, it's like, nah, I'm gonna make something, change like some of the appearances of an existing character. But like little changes after like once in a while. What's this song? It's like, it was one of for like Dota 2, but the song is Truth Be Known. Truth Be Known by Atlas Plug. It showed up on Dota 2, or at least that's what people have been saying. Okay. How you decide which characters were going to be the ones. I haven't decided which of my characters are going to be the face of my branding. It's not easy. Mostly because like Fizz is just like what I want to see. Think of it like, what if there was a character out there, who would you like to see every day? Who would put a smile to your face like, yeah, that's going to be me? Or I want to be like surrounded with like the things that this certain character likes. So I kind of make that as like a mascot, which is Fizz. It's the first time that I see you on stream. Big fan of your art. Thank you, Arquida Reclaim. I appreciate it. Arquida Reclaim. Welcome. Yeah. Because it's one of like what certain features do I like? It's like, man, I don't. And simply for me is like, man, I like soft stuff. I like bunny. So I just make soft bunny. But choosing expressions also helps as well. Cause like I really like it when people like draw like their new OC, but they always do like a good smirk, but they're supposed to be cute. It was like, I don't really know if they do that. But maybe that's cute to be subjective for them, you know? Because when I find cute, they're just like happy-go-lucky characters that want to do their best regardless of their flaws. I like that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I like the contrast of cute but evil. I mean, that's up to you. Yeah, I like that. Which is really cool. And there's like a certain, like, I guess, like, direction and style that accommodates to that. Because like now, like when I draw Emmy, like all my characters are like, from what I've drawn, have been like soft looking. But in my head, like for the past like years, I wanted Emmy to have like a serious undertone. And it's really hard to do like accentuate that with my style. So I try to like break a little bit off of my style to help her out. Or it's either that, change that up, or I fix something about her character. In terms of lore, maybe. So it's hard, yeah, of cute. So it's just a personal taste, really. And that's when that's why it's like really hard to figure out like if I want to make a certain character my mascot. It should, because when you make a mascot, you kind of just it should, first of all, it should like represent you for sure. But if your direction is to like get an audience to think the same way as you do, you gotta have like some character traits of your mascot to be relatable in some way. Because like having Fizz as my mascot, just like being happy-go-lucky, I just like seeing people just like be happy with whatever they're doing, even though it's like very minuscule. I like that. I like to see that. Massive field versus personal space, yeah. You're gonna have the really messed up stuff. I know. Well, that could be a character. That could be like a character thing too. Instead of like they saying the F word, they say peanut or something. It's like, hey, you can't say that. That's what makes it fun. It's like, oh, they're like very stern, like they actually say the F word or something like that in multiple times. But like if they like kind of like change off their personality, if you want to make it serious, you could say like Fizz is trying to be mean, but she says peanut. So it's like, what? I was like, so you can't really take the character serious, but that's what makes it funny. But that's like off of me. that. I think also your person can do change based on familiarity. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what I like to do is look up what's popular. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. As a normal routine. Mm-hmm. Arcade clean. My music be pretty crazy. So as a result, mass appeal equals personal taste. Oh, okay. Personal taste. You like it because you feel that satisfaction of being like from the mass majority of certain things. I mean, yeah, it's not like a bad thing, but it's like that's what we were getting at, right? For like looking at popular stuff. And that said, like, what part of those certain things? Because I really think, like, when you say like mass appeal equals like personal taste, like, okay, so what about it? Because like it's a very broad thing to think about. Because like you can't be just like following one thing, like you gotta make this like, oh, it's this, but and that's like a theorizing thing for somebody who wants to get like like the benefits. Like I wouldn't say benefits. Like what do you see? Why is it popular per se? Like why do you feel like that thing is popular? Or it's like maybe there's like a certain trend that's going around. Maybe it's like an ideological thing that people can relate to or want to see and change in life and in their perspective. You like storytelling off of that? Oh, you mean like analyzing it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, like analyzing. I have discarded like 4 possible maps because I got anxious very easy and I go on highest for like whatever it takes. You're on hiatus because you don't like it when, or you're just like afraid that people, assuming that you're an artist and you're already having stuff put out there, you don't like losing like kind of credibility and followers, right? You can always post the whips too, and then have like there's all these peer reviews too. Where you start asking people, like, how do I make this character feel like this? Or make it cute? Because I too look at other stuff. And then I try to, like, accommodate that with my style. Let's start with this. I mean, you gotta ask yourself, like, when you're making, like, mascots for yourself, like, you gotta understand, it's like, is this what represents me? Like it doesn't have to be perfect as well, because you can always like take that base character that you want as your mascot, and then like make little tweaks along the way. I think creating a mascot also revolves about like being happy or satisfied with your style as well. Because you gotta, like, I think to myself is like, what would have happened if Emmy, the bun after this slideshow after Fizz right here, this one would be my mascot, Emmy, right here. There's a lot of things that could have changed. Like, it's not, the more I draw her, the more it's not gonna feel like a soft style. It's more like, kind of like aerobic, angular, to fit that need. So make sure that it represents you and what you like to be surrounded in those certain attributes. You know, you gotta ask like lots of rhetorical questions to yourself. You can be like, it can be like arbitrary too. Maybe arbitrary questions are the way to go, because like you never know that like, hey, I'm surprised like it worked out the way I wanted to be, even though it was like a dumb question to keep mind of. Mm-hmm. Love your work. New to the chat, I definitely use your art as a reference point. Wow, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And chilling with us. Nice to see you here. Ba, 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 ba. Oh. Oh, I see. Kitty plays. Hello. How have you been? I'm doing great. Great. Ah, I'm drawing bunnies as usual. Is her apron gonna be pink or pink red? I don't know. Do I really want to color the apron a different color, or just keep it like white, but like have like a heart in front of it or something? I think if I want to make it pink, I don't know. We'll see. We will experiment. Correction, you're drawing cute bunnies as usual. Thank you. Don't forget the cute. Only cute. Mm-hmm. What about adorable? I don't. Adorable's really nice too as well. Mission Impossible. Or absolutely huggable. Exactly. High class, yeah. I've actually been playing it again recently, and it's good, just good as I remember. Nice. What tablet are you using? I am using. I just upgraded, and I already forgot how big this tablet is it 22 inch? I have a 22 inch Cintiq display. I used to work on a 13 inch before, so it's like major upgrade. Because how much would you sell me your last tablet? Someone has asked me that already. One of my friends that I'm rooming with. I still need that tablet because like I like the buttons, and I use it on my other laptop. My laptop's already like built up on the other side of my room in case like I need to like move over some stuff, and I still need that tablet, so I won't be selling that anytime soon. I didn't know there were sequels for Patapon until a couple of months ago. Me too. I haven't known there were like other like sequels as well. So yeah, I'm not selling my tablet. Because that said, like I already have drivers that kind of support it, and they're not supporting those drivers anymore. Like for the 13-inch one with the what you call it, implement integrated buttons. You know, I've always liked that on tablets, and since now like the new Cintiq products don't have it anymore, I feel like, man, that was like the good stuff too. Patapon is great, yeah. It was like one of my favorite first rhythm games, other than like Elite Beat Agents for the DS. No, it was for the PS4 too. That's cool. Speaking of games, I have this old original Afterlife running for ages, and I think I'm getting stuff for it finally next week. Okay. Cool, cool. So you have to translucent green Halo edition. Oh, that's so cool. Aww. Hi, Record. Hello. I actually plugged my PS3 power cord into to see if it worked, and I found out Doom 3 in it, so it was nice. Oh, nice. Doom 3, huh? Shapes and Beats vibes from the music? Oh yeah? You know where this game's from? It's from Cadence of Hyrule. It's like a rhythmic Zelda game, kind of collaborating with Crypt of the Necrodancer, like, developers. And that's like a really fun franchise, or like fun indie game. Crypt of the Necrodancer. Why do you say franchise? But yeah. You basically like move to the beat, per se, that song in particular, and fighting. I always thought it would be cool to own all of them, which on the Xbox I own all of this. Yeah. I remember that was a thing too, when I had like the PS1. My playlist has become small since I'm trying to avoid licensing music from. I can't stop thinking about the long button of the upper left. Yeah. Fizz, we can barely hear you over the song. Yeah, the fucking song just like fucking ramped up. My bad. There's like one quiet song that was like playing, and then now it's just like boosted itself to this song. That has like really high volume. Song was bumping though. Yeah. It's a pretty good song though. Yeah, Effective Chicken. Is the long brung a reference? No. I just found like a really cute picture, and I'm like, yeah. So I'm sharing it to you guys. Please look at it. It's cute. It's no reference or whatsoever. I just want you guys to see it because it's long. Any tips to a noob to digital art? Oh, well, art in general. Okay. It's not going to be like a really helpful tool, but it's something to think about. If you're new to, for a said program that you're using, let's say, I'm assuming that you're getting yourself into like Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, or Clip Studio Paint, the one that I'm using. You don't just jump into a canvas and say like, okay, I need to make a big piece. For someone who wants to start out, like, you gotta understand like what you're gonna put yourself into, like what is a finished piece to you. per se. Maybe it's something that I do, but this takes a lot of preparation just to draw. Even I wasn't sure like if the sketch was right in the beginning. So that said, but before to even get yourself on paper, think of it like jumping onto like a pencil and paper on a table. You were just given that. And pretend you don't know anything. Uh, Think of it, you don't know anything of the program. It's the same thing as like, do you know what a paper is? Do you know what a pencil is? Um, so if you want to translate that into a program that you're about to use, such as Clip Studio Paint, you're gonna be overwhelmed with a lot of tools set to you. So I recommend those who are jumping into digital to just experiment with the tools given to you. Everything, like, and try to like find yourself to use shortcuts. That way, when you come to the canvas, you're comfortable with that workspace. You gotta make yourself comfortable before jumping into the drawing, rather being overwhelmed with something that you shouldn't be. Um, I was like, what the hell is a paint bucket tool? Or what the fuck is like a brush tool and a pencil tool? Or where's like how do I transfer? How do I move this object over? I I would love like people to like invest time to understand the program first before jumping in like that. That's it's a big step. You're basically like um being proficient with the software just as like you're mean for you to be able to like draw on a piece of paper or knowing what a pencil does and what the lead does. Why is the animation like messed up now? Okay. Mm-hmm. Did you did you jump into simple animation on some point? Um, I try to do animation, but I just jumped into it with no idea how to actually draw figures, like how like the movement of joints, basically like the anatomy. I didn't know shit. Like I was basically like drawing shapes like moving around, and not like just like flowing hair is like the only way like I'll ever animate. I didn't know how to like how like the body moves. I was just doing like some cookie cutter stuff like okay this is like the impact, the the retract of like the foot just to make a simple walking animation, but I figurely don't know how to draw a figure at all. So I recommend just doing like simple gesture figure drawing. Uh, if you want to do like animation for figures per se, yeah. Because I didn't know like damn anything. Like I wasn't prepared. I jumped from doing traditional art, like traditional figures, to digital animation, and I wasn't having it. I was having a hard time because I don't know jack shit about like the program that I'm using. And since I was like my semester was really short for that one specific class, we were basically like crunching time to get projects done like over and over, and I didn't learn anything at all. I wasn't proficient at doing art like animation at all because of that. So I highly recommend like doing like gesture drawing. Basically, gesture drawing is just like sketching out like a simple figure into shapes. They don't have to be perfect at all, but like the more you do it, the more you'll realize like oh, there's a reason why the shoulder like kind of moves up when you lift up your hand, and how it moves around, and how doing the contrapposto pose, like being in an angle, kind of like supports the figure rather than being in like a stiff standing straight up. How is that more appealing from being a person that's just standing really straight into someone who's standing in contrapposto kind of thing? So yeah, it's a lot of learning. Like I kind of take whatever like a lot of information that's been taken into classes and I'm trying to translate that into my art. Cause especially like this pose, like oh my god, I really like how this one went When imagine if I had to draw the same pose without like any like kind of flow. See how there's like a flow that goes like this, and then you just kind of like get the arms to go where you want it to be. Imagine having to draw like the same figure but with like a stiffer pose. It'd be like, let's say, like the legs would be like staying still instead of like moving out, moving out. Like if I can't really sketch this like super fast. Let me see. Let me get a different color pencil. If you try to make like the same pose or something, same body, but it's like kind of stiff, or like the legs will just be right here and then doing the same pose. It doesn't feel as dynamic anymore. I don't know why this is like a, like, just thinking about it, like, do you want like the same pose to do like that, or do you want like a free flowing one compared to this? So yeah, there's like a lot. That's where like I guess like animation, even though I hated that animation class, like I really like how knowing like the flow, how it appeals to like the composition of a piece. It feels much like natural, I guess. I don't know, to have something like this rather than like having something stiff. Mm-hmm. Shit. How great would it be if art class used drawings as cute as this? I don't know. Yeah, man. Like whatever I learned from art class, I try to like translate that and say for me to understand. Always gotta pay attention, even though it's like a topic that you don't really like. You'll probably grab something out of it. Animation needs a lot of patience. That too. Animation is also one thing. I mentioned this like earlier on stream when like if I wanted to do animation. Hell no. Because you know how long it's taking me to draw this? Right now it's about to be 5 hours just to draw this illustrated piece. Imagine animating this for like a simple 5-second loop. That's like, and knowing that, I think like 30 frames per second, or 50, actually the or like just like a simple animation, I think the standard is like 15 frames per second. That's 15 drawings. 8 hours per frame, 60 frames per second. 8 times 60. That's how many hours? Wait. Yeah. Wait. I don't know math, but yeah. Yeah, animated took him like 3 weeks just to get like 15, 30 seconds exactly. Yeah. I imagine animators listen to a lot of podcasts. They do. That's why, like one of my professors like to say like animators are like one of the most insane people, because they could sit there on like the tablet, and not John and I, but have like really good animations going because they know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. That's my career PNP. Yeah. How big is the canvas that you're working on right now? Well, I wouldn't say it's a because this is half. Because I'm working on a half, like a page, but I'm working on like a half page, I guess, or half double. Wait, oh wait, there's 2 pages. Sorry. So I want to say this is 2K by 2.5K. 2K by 2.5. 2K pixels by 2.5 pixels. Or 25,000 pixels, yeah. 2,000 pixels. Is English your native language? Tagalog is supposedly my native language, but I learned more English that I don't even know how to speak my native tongue. So, so much for that. But yeah, I only speak like English. Yeah. I only know English. I'm dumb. I don't know even my family's language. Damn, if it is. Been on for 5 minutes. You good? I am good. Yeah. Ever since you hanged over, I woke up at 2 in the like in the afternoon, and I was just like trying to have a good time, getting ready to stream, and now I'm here. Mm-hmm. It's not dumb. Tagalog? Yeah. Yeah, Tagalog. I can't speak that. I understand some of it, but I can't speak. I'm just a boring human.
Why, hello!
Just demo. Thank you for the follow. But I am also done, so it's hard. So, yes, I am Filipino. Uh, 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 uh. Fluff. Ears. Let's do that. Oops. Oh dang, hello from the Philippines, Fizz. We're here in Tagalog is your native language. Yeah. But unfortunately I don't speak it. Yeah. Welcome. Hello, hello. Another Fizz, maybe one of them. Just remember, if you're reading this, you are too. Another thing I did today was frame all the Rockstar games maps I had on my wall. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I used to do that with like the San Andreas map at my old place. It does get hard. Kanji is really tricky. Okay. This one.